The Leningrad People's Militia Army was initially an all-volunteer formation of the Soviet Union raised during the Second World War for defense of Leningrad. Overview. The army began its creation on the 27th of June 1941, mostly from the previously raised 168 destroyer battalions intended to deal with expected enemy saboteurs and parachutists, reporting directly to the commander of Northern Front. The personnel was drawn from the reserve officer cadres, retired officers, workers and students of Leningrad. The initial intention was to create an army with 7 divisions, but eventually 10 divisions were raised. The army began formation on the 29th of June, and by the 2nd of July, 45,183 people had been accepted as volunteers, with a proposal for a 200,000-strong army being made by the City Communist Party Committee with a view of expansion to 15 divisions according to the number of rayons in the city. By the 4th of July, the number of volunteers had increased to 77,413, and by the 6th of July reached 96,776. Initially it consisted of 4 People's Militia divisions, but 10 were eventually raised. Division structure. The structure of 8 of these was based on the field rifle divisions with 3 rifle regiments, 1 artillery regiment structure, and other units for a total of about 10–11,000 personnel. Divisional headquarters. 1st Regiment. The expected strength was 160 officers, 365 NCOs and 2,162 enlisted. 2nd Regiment. 3rd Regiment. Artillery Regiment. Many equipped with tractor-towed pieces, including naval ordnance, separate anti-aircraft division, instead of the usual separate reconnaissance motor rifle company divisions, had the separate reconnaissance battalion, communications battalion, sapper battalion, flamethrower platoon, separate auto transport company or automobile battalion, chemical company, medical and sanitary battalion, field bakery, livestock detachment, military prosecutors detachment, separate rifle company of special department NKVD. Army Order of Battle. The incomplete list of the Army units includes 1st People's Militia Division, named for the Kirovsky district, with by the 15th of August had joined the retreating 70th and 237th Rifle Divisions and engaged in the fighting on approaches to Novgorod. On the 3rd of September its 3rd Regiment was transferred to the command of the 291st Rifle Division, and replaced by the 76th Latvian Separate Rifle Regiment on the 14th of September. 2nd People's Militia Division, named for the Morstovsky District Battalion of the Military Political Border Guard. School, named for Voroshilov. 519th Corps Artillery Regiment of Reserve of Highest Command. Tank Battalion of the Armored Corps for enhancement of command staff. 3rd People's Militia Division, named for the Franazansky District, which from September was receiving volunteers from the Altai and Siberia. 1st Guards Division of Narodnoe Opolcheniye, formed in the Kuyabyshev District. 2nd Guards People's Militia Division, formed in the Sverdlovsk District. Tank Battalion of the Leningrad Garrison. 4th Light Division of Narodnoe Opolcheniye, named for the Dzержinski District, with only 4,257 personnel, but almost entirely motorized, and admitting only volunteers with prior combat experience. The division was allowed a period of extended combat training. Separate Battalion of Special Purpose. 3rd Guards Leningrad People's Militia Division, which later fought with the 402nd Red Banner Rifle Regiment of the 168th Rifle Division, formed in the Petrograd District. 4th Guards Division of Narodnoe Opolcheniye, formed in the Kalinin District, was never fully formed and on the 13th of August transferred to Army Reserve. Its personnel used to complete units of other divisions. However, its 3 rifle regiments continued to participate in combat under command of other divisions, and the staff of the division was retained and used to conduct induction training and formation, as well as command of replacement Opolcheniye battalions. 264th, 265th and 266th separate machine gun artillery battalions. 274th separate machine gun artillery battalion was allocated to the 177th Rifle Division. 4 Ijorsk Admiralty battalions was created from naval ordnance manufacturing factory workers, fought in the Kolpino area. Several destroyer regiments of special purpose were also formed that were eventually integrated into the regular units and partisan detachments. Deployed in Gatineau was the 60th Destroyer Battalion. 104th Destroyer Battalion, deployed in the area of Terioki. Deployed around Kolpino was the 120th Destroyer Battalion. 2nd Latvian Workers' Regiment, 5th Division of Narodnoe Opolcheniye, formed early September 1941 from the former 4th Division and on 10 September dislocated to Pulkovo. 291st Separate Machine Gun Artillery Battalion, 6th Division of Narodnoe Opolcheniye, 7th Division of Narodnoe Opolcheniye raised on 17 September. It was formed on 30 September as the 56th Rifle Division. 277th Separate Machine Gun Artillery Battalion around Ropsha. 83rd Separate Machine Gun Artillery Battalion around Ropsha and Kolpino. 227 partisan detachments were also created, but only 67 were sent into combat, with a total of 2,886 personnel to operate behind German lines. Combat history. The Army units, in cooperation with the regular Red Army formations, participated in fighting on the approaches to Leningrad and the entire Leningrad strategic defensive in the area of Narva, Pskov, Novgorod, primarily against the 18th Army of the Army Group North. The fighting was extremely vicious, and most divisions were reduced to 50% of their initial strength by the time they were amalgamated or integrated into the regular Red Army formations at the end of September. On the 23rd of September 1941, all the divisions of the Leningrad Narodnoe Opolcheniye Army divisions were used to form Red Army units, mostly within the Leningrad front.